To live in this world, one must have a hat. Hat that let the wind take it away.
Please, someone help me. I can't.
Remember where he live. The desperate cry echoed down Fifth
Avenue in Manhattan, but hundreds of people passed by the well-dressed Arab man as if he were invisible.
Hassan Al
Malik, 45, stood in the middle of New York's busiest sidewalk, wearing a
$3,000 Armani suit and a $50,000 Rolex.
but with a lost look of a frightened child. Blood trickled from a cut on his forehead. His white shirt was stained, and he clutched a phone with a cracked screen as if it were a magic amulet that could bring his memories back.
Sir, you're blocking the way, Mutterdant.
Executive, pushing Hassan aside without even looking at his face.
A woman in
high heels stepped around him with disgust. It's probably some kind of scam, she whispered to her friend. These immigrants always make up stories. 14-year-old Tyler Jackson was coming home from school when he saw the scene.
The thin black boy wearing a faded
school uniform and a patched backpack stopped abruptly when he saw the genuine
dapper in the man's eyes.
Sir, are you okay? Tyler approached cautiously.
Hassan
Turned as if the boy's voice were a lifeline. Boy, I was driving and then I woke up in the hospital. They released me, but I can't remember where I live. My phone is broken, and everyone walks
past me if he were a ghost.
Tyler noticed details that the adults had overlooked. The man still had a Mount Sinai Hospital medical ID bracelet on his wrist. His hands were shaking, not from cold, but from genuine panic. Most importantly, his eyes showed the terror of someone completely lost in his own city.
Do you remember your name?
Tyler asked gently.
Hassan Al-Malik.
But that's it. Everything else is blank. Tyler took out his simple cell phone, a 5-year-old device his mother had bought. Used.
I'll look up your name.
Maybe we'll find something. What appeared on the screen made Tyler's eyes widen. Hassan Al-Malik wasn't just anyone. He was the CEO of Al-Malik Industries, a technology company valued at $800 million.
The headline from the last 2 days
were alarming. Billionaire CEO disappears after sea accident and family offers $5 million for information. Mr. Hassan, Tyler said carefully, you are very important. Your family has been
looking for you for 2 days.
Hassan stared at the phone screen as if it were written in hieroglyphics. That's me, but I don't remember any of this. Tyler realized that Hassan wasn't just physically lost. He was lost in his own life. And every second on the street made him more vulnerable. But the boy also noticed something that no one else had. Hassan was carrying a leather briefcase that he unconsciously protected, as if it contained something more precious than his own life. What Tyler didn't know was that Hassan Al-Malik hadn't just lost his memory because of the accident. Someone had orchestrated everything so that he would disappear just when his company was about to sign the biggest contract in history, a deal that would change the fate of millions of people. If you've ever wondered how a 14-year-old boy could save $1 billion empire and uncover a conspiracy that reached the highest echelons of power, be sure to subscribe to the channel because this story is just beginning. And Tyler is about to discover that some accidents are not accidents. Tyler looked back at the phone, then at Hassan, then at the indifferent crowd around them. A decision formed in his mind, a decision his mother would probably call dangerous. And none of our business.
Monsieur Hassan, I'll take you home.
My mom works at Mount Sinai Hospital. She'll know what to do. Hassan grabbed Tyler's arm with desperate gratitude. You would do that for a stranger? My grandmother always said there are no
Strangère, juste famille où y a 20 aimés.
yet. They took the subway. Tyler paying for Hassan's fare with the lunch money he had saved. During the 40-minute ride to the Bronx, Tyler noticed that Hassan kept checking the leather briefcase obsessively, as if to verify that something crucial was still there.
Monsieur.
Hassan, what's in that briefcase that's so important? Hassan frowned, pressing his temples. I don't know, but I feel like if I lose.
Something terrible will happen.
When they arrived at the Jackson family's
Small, modeste appartement, Tyler S. Moder. Nurse supervisor Denise Jackson, WAS.
preparing dinner, a strong 38-year-old woman who had raised Tyler on her own. She looked at Hassan with the experience of someone who saw complex medical cases every day. Tyler, who is your friend? Mom, this is Mr. Hassan. He hit his head and can't remember where he lives. Was lost on the street and everyone ignored him. Denise quickly examined
Hassan.
normal pupils, no signs of severe concussion, but clearly disoriented. Sir, when was the last time you ate anything? Hassan shook his head. No, I don't remember. While Denise prepared a plate for Hassan, Tyler went to his room and began to research more deeply. What he discovered made his stomach sink.
Hassan.
Al-Malik hadn't just disappeared. According to financial articles from the last few days, his company was about to sign a landmark contract to provide clean energy technology to developing countries, a $50 billion deal that would change the lives of millions of people. But without Hassan's signature by Friday, 2 days from now, the contract would be cancelled and the project handed over to a competing company known for unethical practices. Mom,
Tyler.
called Denise into the bedroom, showing her the articles. Look at this. He's not just anyone. And this accident, it seems very convenient. Denise read the headlines with growing concern.
Tyler. This is beyond USW.
Need to call the police. They already tried that. Tyler showed
Another article.
his family already filed a report. But Mom, look at these dates. The accident happened exactly 3 days before the contract was signed and he was released from the hospital without follow-up.
What kind of hospital?
Does that to someone with amnesia? That's when Hassan appeared at the door, holding the briefcase against his chest. Sorry to bother you, but did you say police? Tyler turned around. Mr. Hassan, can we see what's in your briefcase? Maybe it will help you recover your memory. Hassan hesitated, then slowly opened the briefcase. Inside were complex legal documents, architectural blueprints, and what appeared to be contracts in multiple languages, but it was a photo that made Tyler stop breathing. The photo showed Hassan with a younger man in a technology lab. On the back was a dedication to Dad, who always believed that technology should serve the poor, not the rich.
With love, Eraliken.
Tyler said carefully. Who is there? Hassan looked at the photo with tears in his eyes.
I feel like he should know.
But it's like trying to remember a
Dream. Tyler searched for Amir Al-Malik.
And what he found made everything make
sense in a terrible way. Amir Al-Malik.
23, Hassan's son, had died in a car accident 8 months earlier. The reports described a brilliant young man, an MIT trained engineer who had developed revolutionary low-cost solar energy
Technology.
Mom, Tyler whispered.
I.
Think I know why someone wants Mr.
Hassan to disappear.
And I think I know
Who is behind it?
Mom, it's Dr.
Vincent.
Carver, Tyler said, showing her the
Laptop screen. Minority partner in.
Hassan's company and sole beneficiary. If the $50 billion contract is cancelled. Denise looked at the evidence Tyler had compiled over the past 2 hours.
Tyler.
These are very serious accusations. Look here, Tyler pointed to an article. Dr. Carver has a contract with a Chinese company that lost the bid for heirs.
Technologie.
If Hassan doesn't sign by Friday, the project automatically goes to the Chinese. Carver makes billions. Hassan was sitting at the kitchen table, leafing through documents in the folder, with a lost expression. But when Tyler mentioned Dr. Carver, something changed in his eyes. I know that name, Hassan murmured.
Vincent.
He was at the
Hospital.
He said he was my doctor.
Tyler Feltachil. Monsieur Hassan, do you remember anything else?
He gave me an injection. He said it was for the pain, but then everything got confusing. Hassan touched his forehead where the cut was. It wasn't a car accident.
Remember now.
They hit me. Denise picked up the phone.
I'm calling the police.
Wait, Mom. Tyler stopped her. If we call now, it'll
be Monsieur Hassan's word against Afamu.
Doctors. We need proof. That's when Hassan opened a secret compartment in his briefcase that no one had noticed. Inside was a small digital recorder and several documents stamped
confidential.
Amir gave me this before he died.
Hassan
said, his memory returning in fragments. He said that if anything happened to me, I should find this recording.
Tyler presse de play. Amir al-Malik's
voice filled the kitchen. Dad, if you're listening to this, it means they found out about our investigation. Dr. Carver isn't just a partner in the company. He has illegal contracts with corporations that exploit poor countries.
Solar Technologie
threatens billions in dirty profits. He's going to try to stop the project.
This recording prove everything.
The recording continued with devastating details. Carver had sabotaged previous projects, manipulated accidents, and bribed officials.
And most shocking,
Amir's accident had not been an accident. My son discovered the truth.
Hassan whispered, tears streaming down
his face, and they killed him for it. Tyler was recording everything on his phone. Mr. Hassan, we have to expose this now. But when they tried to call Hassan's family, they found that all the numbers were temporarily out of service. Carver had completely isolated Hassan. He controls everything, Hassan realized. Company, family, even the hospital. How are we going to prove the truth? Tyler thought quickly. Social media.
Let's go live now. Show everything to the world.
Within 15 minutes, Tyler had set up a live stream on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok using his own accounts, his mother's, and those of friends from school. The title: Billionaire CEO Kidnapped. Shocking. Truth Live. Hassan, with Tyler by his side, began to tell his story to the cameras. The audience grew from dozens to thousands. In minutes.
My name is Hassan al-Malik.
For 2 days, you thought I had disappeared, but I was kidnapped by my own partner to prevent clean energy technology from reaching poor countries. Hassan showed the documents, played Amir's recording, and explained how Carver had orchestrated everything. The views went from thousands to hundreds of thousands. Then something happened that no one expected.
Dr. Vincent Carver
appeared on the live stream.
Hassan, where the hell are you?
His voice was
cold, controlled. You're confused.
Because of the accident. Come back to the hospital immediately. There was no accident, Vincent Hassan replied, looking directly at the camera. And 500,000 people now know that. Carver realized he was being broadcast
live.
His face changed from feigned
concerne tout pur rage. You're ruining.
Everything. That stupid project of Air's was going to break entire companies. There's the confession, Tyler.
Muttered, Steve recording.
You think. Cheap technology for poor people is
Going to save the world.
Carver shouted. It's going to destroy the economy. That's why we had to stop Air, and that's why we have to stop you. The full confession was broadcast to nearly 1 million viewers.
Carver.
Realized too late what he had done. Within an hour, federal police were at the door. Carver was arrested live on camera in front of news crews who had arrived after the broadcast went viral.
The hashtag justice.
For Amamir was trending worldwide. Hassan, regaining his memories by the minute, signed the $50 billion contract to the Jackson family's kitchen table, with Tyler as the official witness. The project that would save millions of lives was secure. Tyler, Hassan said, hugging the boy who had saved everything. You didn't just bring me home. You brought justice to my son. 6 months later, Tyler Jackson was on the main stage at the World Clean Energy Conference in Dubai, looking out at an audience of world leaders, CEOs, and environmental activists. At 15, he had become the youngest sustainable technology ambassador in history.
6
months ago, Tyler said into the microphone, his voice echoing through
the 30,000 person auditorium.
I was just
A kid coming home from school when he saw
a man asking for help. Everyone walked past him. I stopped. That decision saved a project that now provides clean energy to 50 million people in 23 countries.
In the front row, Hassan al-Malik
applauded proudly. In the last 6 months, his company had become a world leader in sustainable energy. But more importantly, he had regained not only his memory, but his purpose.
Dr. Vincent
Carver was serving a 25-year prison sentence for murder, conspiracy, and corporate fraud. During the trial, 8 more cases of sabotage he had orchestrated were uncovered, including 3 deaths.
The man who once
controlled billions now lived in a 2-square-meter cell. But this story isn't about me, Tyler continued. It's about Air Alec, a young engineer who died defending the idea that technology should serve the poor, not the rich. The screen behind Tyler showed photos of the
project in action.
Remote villages in Africa with solar power, schools in Asia with working computers, hospitals in Latin America with life-saving equipment. Tyler had received offers from universities around the world, but he chose to study online while working with the Amir Alec Foundation, which he had helped Hassan create. His mother, Denise, was now the foundation's medical director, overseeing mobile hospitals that brought healthcare to remote communities. I learned that heroes aren't people with superpowers, Tyler said. They're people who stop when others walk by, who ask questions when others ignore, who choose compassion when it would be easier to move on. Tyler's story had inspired a global movement. #StopandHelp became more than a hashtag. It became a philosophy of life adopted by millions. Schools
Talked the Tyler Protocol.
always stop to help. Always ask questions. Always.
Document injustice.
Hassan took the stage when Tyler called him. Tyler didn't just save me. He told
The audience.
He taught me that true wealth isn't measured in dollars, but in
The lives you touch.
their partnership had yielded extraordinary results. Amir's technology, refined and implemented globally, was reducing carbon emissions to historic levels. Countries that once depended on expensive energy now had access to sustainable and
Affordable solution. After the
conference, Tyler and Hassan visited a memorial that had been built in New York, on the exact spot on Fifth Avenue where it all began.
A bronze plaque Ridin. Memory of Amir al-Malik and Al-Jung.
People who dream of a better world. And in honor of those who stopped to help when others passed by. Tyler Hassan said as they placed flowers at the memorial.
You gave me back my son.
In a way I never thought possible. Every life we save with this technology is a
Mirror living through US. Tyler smiled.
Thinking about how one simple decision, stopping to help a stranger, had changed the world in ways he could never have imagined. Mr. Hassan, my grandmother, always said, there are no coincidences, only opportunities in disguise. That day was no accident. It was destiny. Hassan agreed.
And you were the one who
chose to recognize destiny when it
knocked on your door.
That night, as they walked through the streets of New York, they passed another
man sitting alone on a street corner.
Tyler stopped immediately.
Sir, are you okay?
Hassan smiled, knowing that the cycle of kindness would continue because Tyler had learned the most important lesson of all, that we change the world one person at a time, one compassionate decision at
a time.
Amir's legacy lived on. His
technology fueled the future.
And all because a 14-year-old boy chose to be different when it would have been easier to be like everyone else. If this story touched your heart and showed you that small acts of kindness can create
monumental change, don't forget to
subscribe to the channel for more stories that prove that each of us has the power to make a difference. Just choose to stop when others walk by. What lesson do you learn from the story I told? Please comment to express your thoughts and don't forget to follow to listen to the stories I tell in the next part.